This video will demonstrate how to transform data in a SQLite database using Versatile Data Kit. Versatile Data Kit, or VDK for short, is a data engineering framework which allows data engineers to develop, troubleshoot, deploy, run, schedule, monitor, and overall manage data processing workloads, which we call data jobs. On the slide, we can see a data analyst's typical workflow. Today, we'll be focusing on the transform step, which takes data from a database, processes it, and inserts it back into the same database by going through the process of developing and running a transformation data job. VDK allows for managed connections to a variety of databases, with support for more being added often. Today, we'll be using a SQLite file as our target database. Versatile Data Kit allows users to deploy scheduled transformation data jobs, which can be used to routinely perform a particular set of queries against a configured database. First, we need to install Versatile Data Kit using the following command. Additionally, we need to instantiate a database file we can perform transformations on. We'll be using the Chinook SQLite database. We can download it as follows. Then we need to unzip the archived file. Now let's briefly look at the data inside our database. We'll be focusing on two tables, namely the employees table and the customers table. In the employees table, we see that each employee has a unique employee ID, a last name and a first name, plus additional information that isn't relevant to us. In the customers table, we see something similar where each customer has a unique ID, a first and a last name, and then additional information that isn't necessarily relevant except for the support rep ID, which is the ID of the employee which is working with that customer. We need to configure Versatile Data Kit to connect to a SQLite database by setting the following two environment variables. The first variable configures the default database type, which we need to run queries against the database, and the second one configures the path to our database. Since we are located in the same directory as the database file, we can use a relative path to it. Now, let's create our data job. We do this by using the VDK create CLI command. First, we need to set the job name, and we'll go with transform data job. Then we need to set the team name. Teams allow deployed jobs to be grouped. We'll go with local for the purposes of demonstration. Finally, we need to choose the location where our job will be created. We'll leave the default value, which is the current terminal location. Now let's look at our data job. The purpose of our job is to perform a particular data aggregation. Namely, it will extract the employee ID and names of all employees who work with customers, count how many customers each of them works with, and insert this data into a newly created table. It consists of two steps. Steps can be either SQL queries or Python files which implement a particular run function, although in this case, both of our steps are SQL queries. The first step creates the target table that we will be inserting data into, while the second step performs the aforementioned data transformation. Now, let's run the data job. We do this using the VDK run CLI command and providing the correct directory. It seems like the data job completed successfully. However, to verify this, we'll need to query the database to check. VDK offers a way to easily run simple queries against a SQLite database by using the SQLite query command. We see that the data transformation was successful. This concludes our demonstration. For more information on Versatile Data Kit, visit the GitHub repository linked in the description.